Okay, so yeah. I think we decided that much of this was done in ultramarine with small bits of burnt sienna mixed in or burnt umber mixed in. I can't remember. This blue is really a kind of warmish blue. And then this blue, we might have blended cobalt, like a sort of greener blue, maybe cobalt, maybe phthalo, maybe Prussian back in here. And this is kind of layers of both. Tell me what it would be helpful for you guys to see. What would you like to see on the screen? Would you like me to just close up on this? Or do you want me to do a little demoing about what I would do next on this?
Yeah, I don't need.
I think you're ready to go, Paul.
Yeah,
right?
I have it big on my screen.
Yeah. Okay. So you have it on your screen, so you don't need to look at it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul, why don't you send me where you're at?
I've sent it to you.
Oh, you did? Why
Yeah.
did I not see it? Okay. Hold on. Oh yeah, erase the tree. It's a little, well, you know
Yeah,
that.
the tree is horrible. I'm just not sure how to place
What
it.
happened? You just lost the plot on the tree.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You put it down here.
Yeah.
It needs to come up here. So yeah, just erase the tree. Otherwise, it looks pretty good, Paul. Just keep on going.
Overdo the tree.
Oh yeah, and Jonathan, that's looking beautiful. Look at how nice.
What I didn't do, Leah, is I didn't draw the fence through with the line of sight, so that might have ruined it.
Okay, so maybe check that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan, these are looking really great. Be careful not to dark. This is not too much darker than anything around here. So be careful as you darken not to get too black and heavy here. Mostly these are blues that are kind of lightened a little bit, but notice how beautifully, like I like this little bit of, I think it looks to me like you mostly have French ultramarine in the sky, but then a little sort of a greenish blue over here. And I see little greenish blues here. And I think those are really nice. I think they really add dimension. So yeah, just keep on going.
Okay.
I'll work a little bit on mine. And if you want to, you can kind of watch. I'll talk a little bit about the process. Paul, I'm going to have you, once you finish the drawing, I'm going to have you do an evaluation of your blues. So before you get started, you're going to take a scratch piece of paper or another sheet of watercolor paper, a separate sheet, and you're going to do a light, a medium. You're going to start testing your blues.
Yeah.
So you'll take a look at those first. I'm getting some water. I've got a nice little testing sheet over here where I can really see what all my different blues do. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be working with French ultramarine, but French ultramarine on its own isn't really what's happening. I'm going to mix burnt sienna in with my French ultramarine. Burnt sienna is a kind of orange. And since French ultramarine is blue, it's like a little bit like a complement mixing. Yeah, like that. And so here, I'm really feeling the need to balance out my And you know, I'm going to dab in little bits of cobalt as I move up, because as I move up, I feel it change. And I'm going to not forget to preserve my lights here. As I'm adding in my darks. I'm not going to forget about those lights. And I just don't. Everything looks so washed out. Maybe it's time. Maybe time to go get the new phone. Because yeah, moving the knees over. This is coming over here. That's a little bit better. These edges here are pretty hard where the kind of lines of the white are.
Mhm.
And it's also lighter on the right side of the road than it is on the left. So be aware of that as you're constructing. And things are a little bit, it's interesting. The blue is a little bit different. It's a little bit greener. So I'm kind of blending in very light amounts of cobalt into this side.
Are you mixing the cobalt with
I'm
anything?
kind of mixing it in a little bit with my ultramarine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finding that's helpful. And sometimes layering it on top, like I'm doing right here. I think part of it is the cobalt sort of showing, and the cobalt is waterier for sure. It's not as dark and dramatic. As the ultramarine is on this side. And since I've got this kind of watery, bluish, brownish color, I'm going to take the corner of my brush to create these kind of light, you know, I've done the heavy parts of the tree already, and now I'm doing these lighter branches. It's a really nice way of conveying like branches close and far away. Just sort of almost transparent layers. And I guess I'll also pop in a little bit here and add a little bit more dark up in here. I'm basically just mixing ultramarine blue and burnt sienna for this. I can see that the softer, lighter parts of the tree are a little bit bluer. So I'm streaking in some cobalt in there too, into these branches here. He has a nice way of like also with the branches having little tiny dark spots that don't extend all the way. So here. And I'm doing that by kind of doing the dark areas kind of on a loaded brush. And as the brush gets watery, right, as I start to use up the paint, I go to the lighter branches. And at this point, I'll probably let that dry and go in with, let's see. I have a kind of skinnier brush I'm going to use to make the heavy darks. I'm going to mix ultramarine to make my darkest darks. I'm not using black. I'm going to mix ultramarine and burnt umber. And while I'm using water to get the paint, activate the paint and get the brush wet, it's mostly, I'm trying to load my brush with more paint. There we go. That's pretty dark and heavy. I'm adding a little bit of that into these telephone poles, but not too much, not all the way through, because they also have a kind of slightly transparent edge. And then the last thing I'm doing is bringing down a little bit of this color, but not too much, not too heavy, very watery, kind of into the reflection. That might be a little too much. Let's see, there we go. I just kind of spread it out. Because there are little reflections like here. That are kind of where that sign is. A little bit here. Not everywhere, but in a few places. Soft. Using a bit of that dark to kind of harden the edge here. Darken and harden. Go too heavy here. And even though there are kind of bushes that are darker here, It's true that the value of this is almost exactly the same. It's very little difference in value between the tree, slightly darker, and the ground on the right. I'm gonna work on the sky a little bit. And I'm layering in some cobalts kind of beneath these darker edges. I'm still leaving a certain amount of white. I'm using cobalt here. Because this plane is definitely I'm taking some yellow ochre and burnt sienna to kind of warm up this orange a little bit more. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. There is this really fantastic little white line kind of on the left edge of the road. If you can pull that out, if you can't, don't worry about it. It's an easy thing to lose, but if you can, I sort of pulled out the lighter part of the road here, and now I'm going to darken here. You can kind of darken on either side of a light stripe if you have any.
Oh, Lisa was trying to log on like 20 minutes ago.
What did she say?
I'll send it to her. She needs the log on. No, she's right. I tried doing the same thing. Your website for some reason doesn't have the log.
You use that. So you use the portal too.
Yeah, all the time.
Interesting. I thought nobody used the portal. So I took it. It's still there, but I'll send it. Oh,
yeah,
right.
but it's not like on the main page.
No, I hid it because I thought nobody was using it. Here, I'll send that over. I thought you guys were just using you just had saved the link. Here, hold on, let me get it.
Well, we don't save the links. We're not that savvy.
Savvy. All right, here, hold on. I didn't realize anybody was using it. That happened to somebody else as well. But I will send it to you because it's still up. You just can't see it. So you need to use it here. I mean, it's in every newsletter I send out. The links are there. Just as an FYI, you can always track them down that way, but let me get them. Here, hold on. Let me get them.
I'm going to send you my tree.
All right, give me a second. I'm trying to pull up that thing so you guys can see it. And give me 1 minute. I will do it. I thought nobody looked at that. That's interesting. That's good to know. It's good to know it was not a complete waste of time.
That's the only thing I use to log on.
Okay, here. Right, let me preview this. This site. Hard. Oh, here it is. It's just here. Hold on. Paul, it's too big. Come on. Put it where it's supposed to be. Or is that just a piece of something? I can't look
No,
at
that's just part of it. And no.
Absolutely not. Send me the whole thing. Come on.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Come on. You know I can't do that. Come on. Let me help me help you.
Perspective.
No, help me help you. Give me what I need to know. There we go. Okay, it's very big, honey. It's very big. So part of your problem is that you have the fence coming all, the fence is not lined up with the road. The fence comes out this way.
Right, okay.
You have it lined up coming down here like that. It's not doing that. It's coming out this way. I'll make some marks to show you where everything is. Give me just a second here. And now you have the portal. Here, hold on. I'm going to mark up I'm going to get onto your thing and mark up. And Paul, this is just you when you're struggling to focus. I've worked with you long enough to know that like when you're not focusing, you kind of try to shortcut and it doesn't work. So I want you to really, here, hold on.
Get back on the bulb.
I want you to focus. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. That's where those go. Okay. I've just sketched something in.
Oh, yeah, it's on the thread.
Yep. You can see where your drawing is. All the things are supposed to be.
Okay. Oh, on my drawing. Okay. Oh,
yeah.
You can do that. Wow. It's like a smartboard for WhatsApp.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, fix it.
Okay.
Fix it.
Well, because see, when I started this, I was not, I was not following along.
You were just guessing?
I took the old painting and I just sort of like tried my best to match it. Didn't get there, but
No, there's a video you could have watched, but
Well, no, yeah, I was gonna watch the video, but I was like, okay, is it up yet? I don't want to go look at it.
I really honestly didn't think anybody was using it. That's so funny. There you go. Okay. All right, here we are. All righty. Jonathan, how do you access the portal, the class? Do you just save one of the newsletters?
No, I don't think I've ever gotten a newsletter. I use the original email I got from the LA Press Club that has the Zoom link on it. And I access it that way.
Okay, that's how you use it. Okay, I'm very curious to know how people do this. I really didn't think that anyone was using I just didn't think anybody was using the portal, which is where I put all that stuff. But I think there's a few holdouts who are. Then Paul, how did you get on if you didn't have the portal available?
I was a little bit more resourceful than Lisa, so I just went to my history and I typed in art portal roaming
You
studio.
clever guy.
Found it.
It's all there.
That's why I was like a few minutes late, because
I'm so sorry, you guys. That's my bad. I didn't realize. that that's what you use, but very clever. You should have had a couple, Jonathan, because I featured your art in one of our, at least one of our newsletters.
Huh.
Yeah. I'll make sure I try to email it to every student who's like personally who's got it. But anyway, yeah, it's more what I'm interested in is how people find out, and then yes, how people access. So maybe I will put the portal back up. I also just darkened around here to really make my little sign pop out, my little white sign.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah, it's helpful. Now I'm feeling a little bit like these darks feel too heavy to me. So I'm actually just going in with water and softening. I've gone over with water. I'm softening it a little bit. And that is something you can do for sure. We'll definitely move on to something different next week. In fact, I'm going to look and get some ideas. Did you hit that book?
I sent you a new picture for
Like it's better.
a little better, yeah. It's still too big. I can always try to figure out a way to reduce the size a little.
It's called using your eraser. Okay. Yeah, it's still too far. It's still too big. You have no horizon line, Paul.
For the tree
No
or for
horizon line. I gave you one. This is how you start, with a straight horizon line across. I'm going to send you the sketch from last week.
oh, for the so the tree is
yeah,
part of the
your biggest issue is you have no horizon line. All right, hold on. I'm going to send you over. Okay. Also, this is all on the thread, honey. So usually there's something, but we did a lot of testing. Interesting. I'll go back.
Yeah, I didn't start this from the horizon line perspective when I.
Well, you got to start it from the.
Yeah, I just kind of
starting a landscape. There's no other way to do it.
I probably should do the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. Here we go. I'll forward this. It's from a couple of lessons back. There you go. Okay. Follow the red lines. I think you should just start over, honestly.
Okay.
I think you should just start over.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with it when I. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you didn't have a baseline. if you always start with horizon line when you're doing it. You can't do a vanishing point if you have no horizon line.
Right.
That's where the vanishing point goes to. So that you should establish a horizon line first. That's that flat line across the middle. Well, it's not the middle, it's a little bit below or above the middle always. But it's where the road kind of ends and the back planes start. There we go.
I've got it about 4.5 inches.
You got it at, I mean, it's
That's
not
a little
that
bit.
low.
It's a little. That's exactly. Well, it's 9 inches in the middle.
Okay, so you do not put it across the middle. You put it either a little bit below or a little bit above. So if you're looking for where that horizon line, which is right here, is.
I'll put it above then.
No, I'd put it below because that's where it is.
All right.
This is the horizon line. It's below. It's significantly below the halfway point. Don't tell me numbers, not useful. Just look at distances in space, right? 1, 2, it's almost a third, like a little bit more than a third up.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is like at this point, you really need to be following the thing I just sent you with the red lines. That's the horizon line, and then the roads leading to it. That's really going to help you the most. It's just better to start over.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, I mean, mistakes like happen all the dang time. Like that's like how you learn something is, you make a mistake and then you decide, I don't want to do that again. My gosh, I wasted a lot of time when I made that mistake. So.
Yeah, this is a big waste.
No, it's not. I think you're missing my point here.
No, I get your point.
You can't really get there without making the mistake. So now you always have to start with the horizon line. The horizon line is where the forward planes meet the back planes. Oh, here, hold on. Show you this. I was pointing to it and I didn't even have the thing yet. Here, hold on. Where are you? Oh, all right. Okay. I'm going to jump back in. All right. That pink line is the horizon line. Where the bottom forward planes meet the back planes. That gets put in first. And then you use that to gauge everything else.
Should I draw that or no?
You erase, you start over with a new piece of paper, and yes, you start by drawing where that pink line is.
No, do I draw the pink line or not?
You draw, yes.
Okay, I'll draw, because I did the horizon line, so now I have to do the pink line.
This is the horizon line. The pink line and the horizon line are the same thing. That's the horizon line. So this is the horizon line. That is the horizon line. Do you understand what the horizon line is, hon?
Well, I understand that it goes to a, that it all goes to one point.
No, that's the vanishing point. That's not the horizon line.
I understand that there's a vanishing point and the horizon line is a straight line across from one side to the other from the vanishing point.
No. The horizon line is where we see the edge of the earth meet the back planes that are rise up into the sky.
Oh.
And that is and this is what, and it is basically, if I'm standing at eye level, that's where those 2 points. So the vanishing point has to go to the horizon line because that's where we no longer see the road because it stops here. And this pink line is the natural horizon line because sometimes this is where the sky is, but sometimes there are planes. So this is the horizon line. It's the eye level. It's where the road, the planes on the ground stop and the planes in the background and in the sky that rise up into the sky start.
It's the bottom pink line or the top pink line?
The bottom pink line.
Yeah.
And this is the natural horizon. And then the top pink line is the natural horizon, which sometimes rises above because there'll be mountains in the background, right? Instead of the sky. So when you're starting to draw this, you have to, I was explaining it to Paul because he's forgotten what the horizon line is. And he forgot to put it in his last drawing. So we're talking about the importance of that. So I can't draw these, right? I can't trace where these are until I identify my horizon line. And then I can get these guys in. And then I can get these guys in, right? Then I can add these in.
So can you just show the horizon line with just trace over it? Can you just show it to me again? Because
I just did. I'm showing it to you right here. It's right here.
Okay.
This is a horizon line.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
That's the first thing you draw. Then you draw the natural horizon, and then you draw the road leading up to the horizon line. You cannot.
Where is the natural horizon?
This, it's above. It's where the mountain line goes above.
It's confusing.
It actually isn't.
Because when you think about a horizon, you think about where you can no longer see. Well, I guess since it's a mountain, it is a horizon.
There's a natural horizon, which is what rises above. Sometimes it's really where the land meets the sky, but in this case, there's a mountain range that rises up into the sky. So we don't see the sky right away. We have this mountain range down below, right? That comes above where the ground is, but it's not, it's between here and the sky. So that line is what we call the natural horizon, meaning sometimes there's a line of stuff, land masses that are high up and far away. They rise up above where the ground is, where we stop being able to see the ground. That's the natural horizon. Hold on, I have a little sketch I think I can send you that will make it more clear. Here, I'm going to turn this off for just a second.
Well, Lisa, I didn't even see you come in.
Huh?
I'm here. Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
I haven't been looking at the screen at all.
I know, right?
There you were.
It's the great way to use Zoom, like when you're not really using Zoom.
I'm glad I didn't say anything about you.
I snuck in. Yeah, right?
Okay, here, hold on. I'm going to take a picture of this. Here we go. I'm going to take a picture of this little sketch, which is gonna, so Paul, take a look at this. It'll probably explain a little bit what the eye level is. Lisa, are you just trying to draw this?
Well, I drew it last time, like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, great. So you're just finishing it.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll probably have you just do a black and white version.
Okay.
Since you've missed the kind of blue stuff. So we'll have you work on the black and white once you're done, once you get a drawing done.
Okay.
Excellent. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Just
plugging along.
Yep, plugging along.
How did you see that picture I just sent across?
Yeah, that now I see what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The term natural horizon, I think I see what it means. It means that there's a point in nature that creates a horizon rather than what the real horizon should be, right?
What the eye level horizon is where the earth and the sky meet. It's where you're looking straight across and you can see where the earth and the sky meet.
Yeah.
Okay. But sometimes things pop up into the sky plane, like the natural horizon, like a set of mountains that is far in the distance. It rises up. It's not on the ground. They rise up. So there is also that line. But the actual eye level horizon is where earth meets sky. And the road that is because we have cone vision. Is the quickest, easiest way to describe it. It means that as things go far away from us, they get smaller and they appear to rise up. They don't actually, but they look like that. If I tell you any more, your head's going to explode. But that's the basic idea behind the horizon line. So whenever you're drawing or painting a landscape, you have to put your horizon line in first. And it can never, in a painting, ever, ever, ever be at the halfway point of your paper. That is a flat, dead, dull. That is like a flattening point. And it is sort of a basic rule of painting landscapes that they're either above the halfway point or below, or they're below. In fact, I think the natural horizon is pretty much at the halfway point, which is okay. But the actual eye level horizon should be above or below the halfway point. Otherwise, the painting, it looks too static.
What if you're mirroring?
What?
In photography, they say it's okay to put it in the middle if you're mirroring, like if you're taking a picture of a lake and you have the trees and the exact reflection in the bottom.
I think it still looks terrible.
Okay.
I think you can do mirroring without having exact symmetry. Mirroring and symmetry aren't the same thing. Oh, I see what's happening here. Hold on, sorry. There we go. Yeah, and I'm sorry, you guys. I am going to try have a My camera is not, my cell phone camera is, I believe, dying. So this is not the best. There we go. It's a little bit better. The view is better, but I'm not like super happy with the camera quality. So I'm going to look into that. Yeah, this guy is an amazing painter. Just debating over what I'd like you to do first. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hey, how are you?
You're still alive?
Yeah, I just got back from work, so it was so much traffic, so traffic didn't like me today.
Yeah.
I drove right by the press club today and I thought, I don't know, I wonder if Diane is there.
I was.
Yes.
Didn't you see my car?
I didn't look in the back.
Oh, okay.
Is the CFI, are you guys just lease from them or are you guys connected to them somehow?
No, we lease from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they moved and then you guys moved with them.
No, we didn't move with them. We moved to Sunset. We were away for 3 years or something.
Yeah, but then you came back and then they had moved also, that you went to where they had moved.
Yeah. That's correct.
All right. He's got a couple of demos that I think would be really fun. I want to show them to you guys. We've got this one. It's houses. Very dramatic house, light and dark demo. But then I thought this one might be nice too. What seems more appealing? Vase of flowers or kind of dramatically lit house?
Flowers.
Anybody else have a vote on that?
Oh, I don't care. Let's do it all.
Can I see the
All right.
house?
We'll start with this one and then
Can I
we'll
see
go
the
to the
house?
house. How's that? I like it, Jonathan. That's the spirit. Let's do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it all. I'm in.
So Lisa, do you have a few minutes after class? We can discuss some
Yeah,
on the Reese.
sure.
And I will be right back, you guys. I gotta go check on something.
I've been binge watching that show Corporate. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, I saw a few episodes of it.
It's silly, but it's so funny.
I need something new to watch, both Alaska Daily and Perry Mason is over. Have you watched the new Perry Mason, Lisa?
No, I never watched the first one.
It's the, but you can,
Or yeah, the first season. Yeah, with what's his name? Matthew Reese. Yeah, I have not seen it.
it's really good. It's the best looking show on TV.
Wow. Wow.
Bar none.
That's something.
Bar none. Oh, sunny. Oh. Wait. I guess someone is coming. I have to go and see what's going on.
Okay.
Sunny.
All right. So just to kind of continue on this conversation, this interesting conversation about vanishing points and eye level, if you remember, oops. When we did this exercise, yeah, boy, camera's sucking big time. Okay, you remember when we did this exercise here? You can, this is a simplified version. This straight line here, it says EL horizon line. That's the eye level horizon line. And then above it is the natural horizon line. The horizon line is really where we can no longer see the earth, right? Where the road vanishes, whereas we're looking ahead. Sometimes when you're in big open spaces, you can totally see that. You can see that the eye level and the natural horizon are the same thing, but very often things are in the way. In which case, boy, why are you so terrible? Okay, anyway. Maybe I will send over this page because it's got some interesting information about eye level horizon. This is my favorite from my book, The Oil Painting Course You've Always Wanted. And of course, one of the great things about this book is how great the drawing lessons are. She's really big on that. So actually, let me I'll turn this down for a second and I'll send this over, these 2 pages. I mean, then you can read about it too, because you definitely can't see it here. 1. And then page 2. And there's actually, I think at some points, all of you have done, well, maybe not Jonathan, but I think the rest of you have all done these exercises on page 2. There's a really neat one, and you're welcome to try them because they're like super helpful. I have found. I'm about to send page 2 across. You'll see there's a couple of exercises that are really good in terms of learning about vanishing point and perspective and how that works. It's not complicated, but it does require, like, I think I read to you from one of those books when a teacher tried to say, right, that like to a kid, well, in fact, where was it? It was here. It was very funny. Let me see if I can find it.
No, Sunny, I'm not. You have to go out there yourself. I'm not going. I'm not going. Not going. Go yourself. Little monster.
It was in the creating moods section. Oh yeah, this is it. It reminds me of the first grader who was told by his teacher not to leave a space between the sky and the grass because they actually do touch. The boy responded, "I've been there and they don't." I've been there and they don't. They don't touch. Because you know how little kids always draw the sky like as separate, right? As up above the ground, not meeting the ground. I've been there and they don't. How goes the gala?
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly but surely?
Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm getting more progress with the coming awards than I do with the current. Which is kind of annoying.
Well, I haven't been through as many of these as Lisa has with you, but I feel like I've been through enough. Let me see. That like seems pretty normal.
Yeah. It will come together. It will come together.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Paul. Good job.
Thank you.
Much better. Although you've made one mistake, which is that the road doesn't end here at the corner. The road on this side ends up here.
Oh, I can fix it. That's an easy fix.
Yeah, that's the easy fix. The other one looks okay. I mean, you're probably finding, as we all do, that like you can fiddle around with stuff for a long time. You would keep working on paintings forever.
Yeah, I have one that I feel like this is going to be an eternity painting.
Which is it? Which one? Oh, is it the tree?
Yeah.
How's it coming?
I haven't touched it since last.
Are you working on it now?
I just finished putting up paints. Now I'm gonna change my water. I feel like the time I put paint, change the water, and done all the preparations, then it's time to decorate.
I think I've talked Pat Kane into coming to one of Lotto's classes. I hope she doesn't get scared off. I think she'll enjoy it. Lotto always makes people do things that are a little scary.
Okay, I just sent my latest version.
Let's see it.
All right.
I don't, oh, there it is, it's coming. Oh, wonderful. So Jonathan, soften. The only thing I would have you do is soften these darks. So go over with water. I know they look stronger, but they're a little bit popping too hard, too harshly.
Okay.
And then I think it's great. I think it's really great. And you have another 40 minutes. So if you wanted to do a quick, maybe on a smaller piece of paper, this sketch again and try just flipping the colors the way you want to.
Okay.
I think it could be a really fun exercise.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Very cool.
There's a lot of learning in this one.
Yeah.
Lisa, you're going to do black and white. So let me find.
Yeah, it looks a lot better softened there.
What's that?
It looks a lot better softened.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to go too hard on those. But, the water just is so wonderful. Okay. God, I'm just looking back at your guys's. Lisa, I'm sending across the black and white so that you have it. That's what you'll be working from.
Leah, did you ever hear from that Facebook friend of mine that was asking about?
I did. I enrolled her in a class and never heard from her again.
Oh.
She kept saying, what kind of class is this? And I said, it's an art class. It's watercolor. Here's my website. You can read all about the description. And I think it scared her. That would be my bet.
Huh.
She'd say you can have a free class. We did talk about it. She was like, I don't understand what kind of class this is. I'm like, it's a watercolor class. Here's what we're doing. Here's your supply list. And then I never heard from her again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure how she's my friend.
But she's your friend?
Well, you know how Facebook, you have a lot of Facebook friends that you have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
So,
All right, good. So she didn't know you too well. I did get the sort of significant, she was like, I don't do this, but I'm like, do you really? Do you really want to do this? Maybe she's I got the feeling maybe she thought it was like a creativity class, or I don't know, like but I don't know. Anyway, she said she wanted to come to class. I signed her up.
oh, well, maybe she'll still do it.
Yeah, but thank you. Because I feel like we find our people, our people are a certain group of people. We're kind of obsessive and we like to, show up every week, and we're looking for community, and we're also looking for skill building, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're looking for relaxation and all those other things. That's not a typical art class. A typical art class is like maybe 5 or 10 sessions. You do it, you learn a specific thing, and then you stop, and then you sign up for another art class. And I have never found that's worked for me. I kind of like having an ongoing class. Like this class might morph into something else if I stay with, if you stay with it. We'll be in watercolor this year. Who knows? We might move to something different next year if you guys are up for it. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. No plans to stop it.
So where should I start, Leah?
You start with the
painting.
darks.
The darks, okay.
So you're going to mix your dark from burnt umber and ultramarine blue.
Okay.
You're going to try not to go too heavy. So you're going to start with your darkest areas, but lightly. I might have, here, hold on. There might have been some demos. I'm going to send you Jonathan and Paula's. There's Paula's. Paul's is back there.
Yeah, I'm ready to start mixing colors. I'll send you what I have.
Okay. First thing you need to do Paul, the first thing you need to do is you're going to look at what your different blues look like. And so I'm doing right now a very heavy, dark cobalt blue. And then I'm adding some water to it to see what it looks like light. Okay. And I'm labeling it. Cobalt blue. Now I'm going to try I'm going to clean my brush out, and I'm going to try ultramarine blue. Here's a heavy ultramarine, and then I dip it in the water, and it's a lighter ultramarine. So I want you to do that with every blue you have.
Okay.
You know, Lisa, if you wanted to, you could do this too, but we're not going to spend any more time after this class on it. So I figured black and white might be easier, but it's up to you. You could try.
Yeah, I've already started with the
Okay, so you started with black and white. So, all right. So what this is doing, Paul, is showing you like what your different blues look like. And then we're going to figure out, let's see, this is phthalo. Ooh, that's crazy. I like to look at it light and dark. This is Payne's gray.
Payne's gray blue.
Payne's gray is a kind of blue. And then this is Prussian. I'll send it over to you when they dry, so you can see what mine look like. And you should be able to see pretty significant differences between them. In fact, let me. Okay, much better. It helps when you have a horizon line, doesn't it? It's like you can hang the drawing on something. I'm going to, all right, I'll take this out for a second. I'm going to take a picture of these. Now they're sort of still wet, but I think you'll be able to. Okay, I've sent you over mine so you can kind of see. They're still drying. Originally, I wanted eventually we'll go to this one. I think that one would be a neat one, but I feel like we need a little bit more practice with drawing in perspective. Oops. Yeah.
Okay, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have violet. I think I have Payne's gray. I can use Payne's gray if you'd like.
Okay, how do they look? Send them over.
Oh, I have Prussian blue. I forgot about Prussian blue.
Send them
That's,
over.
how could I forget Prussian blue? I rarely use that color. I almost never use that color.
They're different, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when you look at this source, you want to kind of determine which blue you're seeing primarily. And I wouldn't necessarily look at my blue, this one here, because my camera is, well, yeah. You're going to take a look at it here. I think it'd be better if you look at it on the thread. But when you look at it, look at this picture carefully and see which blue do you feel is the one that's the kind of most, it's really just two colors. It's really just blues and a little bit of kind of orange yellow.
Okay, I sent over mine.
So you answer that question for me, Paul. Look at your blues. Look at the source. And tell me.
First.
Mm-hmm. And you cleaned your brush out in between?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does it look like I have a dirty brush?
It looks a little, no, it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit like your green, your cool blues might have mixed in with your warmer blues.
Yeah, I think what I did is I might have mixed it in with some of the, I got to go clean out my,
yeah. Not to make you do this again, but try it again, really cleaning out your brush in between.
Okay, let me go clean my palette first of all.
And that will help too. I mean, if you look at mine, you'll see there's a pretty significant difference.
Well, I mean, I see the difference, but it's not a significant difference, especially between like Prussian and phthalo. So I'd like to try clean it out, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, try cleaning it out and do it again. Prussian and phthalo are closer together. Ultramarine is really the one that stands out the most, though. Boy, I'm really enjoying this class. I mean, I enjoy all the classes, but this one, for me, quite honestly, is the most fun to teach. I think because it's it's not what I normally do. So I'm really having to do a lot of research and it's really fun. But also there's something about watercolor. It's so magical. I mean, it's hard to control, but it's really magical. This guy is crazy. He is such a good painter.
Coco wants to say hello.
Hi, Coco.
Yeah.
Hi, Coco.
She made a friend at the park the other day.
Aw,
Look at her.
I know, she's so mellow.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, she may look mellow right now because she's on display, but she's usually not this mellow. Yeah.
hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hello? Gonna say hello? Okay.
Hi, Coco. What
Okay.
a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
She's a good, good girl.
She's 9 years old. Like someone was asking me, I said she's 9. They were like, wow. I was like, yeah, that's pretty old. Getting up there.
Not for a tiny dog.
Well, yeah, she's not even like middle-aged yet, actually. When you think about it. I just wish that there were more competitions for dogs that weren't purebred.
Why do you want to compete?
Because Coco's a smart girl and she can do lots of things on obstacle courses, and it's a challenge for her.
Obstacle courses you don't need to be purebred for.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Agility doesn't need agility.
Well, yeah, I guess, but I don't. Those aren't as common as purebred shows. I guess.
But agility is agility. It's
Yeah.
not.
But good luck finding a show that'll a competition that'll, they don't have a lot of those around. Maybe I'm not looking enough. I should be more persistent.
How's it going, Lisa? Remember, it always looks a little weird when you first lay down your first strokes.
All right.
You want
That's
to
true.
Let me show you what I've done. I've gone well past my first strokes and I may have just messed it all up, but.
Oh, no, you haven't.
Well, actually, that's just a shadow. Hold on. But you're right, watercolor is hard to control.
It's very hard to control. It's a whole thing.
Hold on.
But once you have experience, it is a very interesting medium to pick up once you have experience painting in other mediums. It's interesting to start with it. It's generally, I would consider, a more advanced medium than others because it's so quick, but it's just its own thing, I think. I'm glad I picked it up after learning to work with oil and acrylic. It impacts it in a good way. That means I had some chance to practice with oil and acrylic and kind of getting more confident with my strokes before jumping in. So you've had some practice.
We don't have that privilege. We did have some practice.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You've been taking lessons with me for 3 years.
Yeah, but we've never done oil.
Doing nothing.
No, what I'm saying is we haven't really gone into too far into acrylic.
So Lisa, just keep layering your darks and your lights. You're getting there.
Okay.
Yep, just keep going. Yeah, just keep getting your darks in. You're doing okay. It's better than you think. But don't be afraid to layer up your darks. So you can go, so look here for a second. Look up here. I don't have to go in heavy. Right? I don't have to go in that heavy with my dark. I can start lighter with a lighter wash, more water. I can start like that.
Okay.
And then when it dries, I can put on a second layer.
Okay.
I don't have to hit it so heavy. Right? I can let it dry. I don't have to go quite so heavy. But also notice that when I do go heavy, it still kind of dries a little lighter.
Yeah, definitely.
The whole point is you're kind of starting your darks, but as light, maybe mid-tone value. Yeah, because you're going to be able to, yeah, go ahead. So you're doing it. I'm just showing you don't have to start heavy. You can kind of start light and then build up your darks as you keep moving around. I have you start with darks because you're less likely to go too dark.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. If you go that heavy with your midtones, like here, here, you can't really go back from that.
Right.
So I'm wanting you to practice a kind of light hand, a lighter hand. It's different than acrylic or oil. We go quite heavy, right? We want to really block in strong darks and strong lights. In watercolor, we kind of build them up a little bit more. Hey, Diana.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about something to do for Mental Health Week in October, which is mostly a Reuters thing, but has become more of an overall thing. And I was thinking that maybe we should offer, instead of me doing a class that people can choose to take or not, you know, like we did with political cartooning, that instead I offer departments to run a drawing class for their team, like, and schedule it with me during that week instead. And I don't know if there's any way to incorporate that into the LA Press Club, if you feel a need to do that. Like, are there big companies that you think might want to, that are members with you and you think might want to do that?
Well, I can ask LA Times.
Yeah, maybe they would want to do it. I don't know. It might be a good idea, right?
I don't know if they want. I mean, they want to do their own things, but you know, you never know.
And maybe Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg might do it.
Yeah, Bloomberg is probably
So,
right.
are they members of you? Are they like?
Yeah, they're corporate members.
So my thought was maybe to generate a little bit more participation, we would have like a team, you know, a manager at Bloomberg who thinks they can get their team to do it, or a manager at Reuters or Thomson, you know, somewhere in the publishing, who thinks they could get their team to do it, to schedule with me at their, you know, for free, because, well, it's not for free, but, you know, I'm being paid, I've already been paid to do it. A beginning drawing class as like a team building exercise. Because I feel like I'd like to see more people. I mean, we're slowly building, but I'd like to kind of generate more interest. And it seems like if we can get like a team of people to do it, then they get excited and they will talk to their friends, and we just might get more participation. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of cerulean and phthalo and cobalt. I'm also seeing purple.
It's more ultramarine.
Really?
There's more ultramarine in there than anything else.
Huh.
Because it's kind of a purpley. There's a little bit of phthalo in the far edges.
In the clouds, maybe.
In the sky. Yeah. And back here. That's a little bit, or I use cobalt, a kind of more greenish blue. But if you look really closely at what's happening up here, it's more purplish, and that's ultramarine.
Well, no, I'm seeing the purple. I did see the purple. I'm thinking of the mixture of some of it's purple, some of it's white, blue.
Little bits of cobalt. It's mostly ultramarine blue with little bits of cobalt. But of course, it's not just ultramarine blue. It's blue with a little bit of burnt sienna.
Yeah, definitely.
So most of your base layers of the blue you're gonna start with ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. And you're gonna do them very lightly. You're gonna do the dark areas, but you're gonna do them kind of lightly.
All right.
And remember, there's a lot less burnt sienna than there is blue. There's more blue than there is burnt sienna, but there's just enough to kind of gray it.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is a much warmer blue. So really the sort of lesson here, just quickly, is that cobalt, phthalo, and Prussian are kind of greeny blues.
Right.
Ultramarine is a purpley blue.
Oh,
and
okay.
The purpley blue is much more dominant in the road.
Yes.
And the greeny blues are a little bit more dominant in the sky.
Okay, and the tree is what? The tree is just black, I guess.
No. The tree is ultramarine blue and burnt umber.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we start with the tree or the road? I think the road.
I think you should start with the darkest areas.
Okay.
By the way, great work, you guys.
Not here,
Huh. Says you.
not here.
Let us be the judge of that.
No, this is probably something I'll end up starting all over, but
I know you're hating it, but I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. However, you could start over and just do,
the branches.
yeah, branches over a fence and not have to deal with, I think the thing that's bothering you is the ground.
Yeah, and well, also the background, and I don't like just having a blue. I just don't like just having the blue sky. It looks like something for a nursery.
Okay.
But I'm gonna see if I can solve it in other ways,
Yeah.
which I'm working on now. It's gonna look really weird for a while, but
All right. Well, that's ballsy.
let's see if there is a life for this one.
Mhm. I love how quiet everybody is. We've got about 10 more minutes, maybe 15, so we can get in some good, solid work. So, and next week we'll do roses in a vase.
Yay.
Yeah, I think that sounds fun.
I've gone through my rose period just recently.
Totally. Absolutely. So do you guys want to hear the best description ever of a bra shop? Best name?
What is a bra shop?
It's called a bra shop for buying bras.
Ah,
A lingerie shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called the pencil test. I think it's the best name ever for a bra shop.
That's hilarious.
Better than the Wizard of Bras?
That's a good one too.
Pretty good.
That's in Monrovia.
That's in Monrovia, really?
Yeah.
The Wizard of Bras. Oh, that's fantastic. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's right off the freeway on the Myrtle exit.
But I like the pencil test. There's a little bit of a wise assery there.
Mhm.
It is an absolutely fantastic bra shop, I will say. They have everything. And if you are a woman, like getting measured is absolutely insane because no one is ever, you're never the measurements that you think you are. It's like, It's crazy. So, you know, like getting fitted well and like all of that stuff. It's a good thing. Why am I talking about bras? I don't really know. I just think because I think the pencil test is such a funny, I just ran across it and I think it's such a funny name. You don't need to talk about bras anymore.
No wonder if I've gone bananas.
What? Why?
Because what I'm doing with this right now. So I'm gonna take a picture. I'm just gonna have a partly open sky. And then I might take out the oranges or take out part of them anyway. And I'm gonna reshape the tree. Then I'm gonna do the branches only like I did on the other. I think that's better.
Okay.
This is in the not awkward, in the ugly stage. I think you see what I'm doing. Hopefully you see what I'm aiming at.
Are you sending it across the thread?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay, let me take a look.
It is awkward.
Awkward. We're gonna go for 5 more minutes. It's technically the end of class, but I feel like everybody's in a zone. It's in a good zone, and I want you to keep going. So go another 5 minutes, and then we'll take a look. Oh, it's coming along nicely, Diana. It's better than
I like it. What don't you like about it?
Interesting. Oh, don't go there. Don't ask her to describe it. Do not encourage.
Okay. No, I like it. I love the mix of colors.
Wow, it's great.
The orange with the turquoisey blue on the underneath the tree, and
you're solving it, Diana. Good job. That's all you need to know. You're gonna go in the right direction. Don't ask her to tell you what she doesn't like about it, Lisa, because she list 20 different things. And we want to discourage her from thinking that way.
Okay.
It's in good shape.
Okay. If you say so.
Let's go for 5 more minutes. 5 more
Okay.
minutes, maybe 10. I like the zone happening in class right now. And Lisa, I am so sorry. And Paul, I'm so sorry. I didn't take down the portal, but I hid it because
I couldn't find it anywhere.
I didn't know anybody was using it. So the link I just sent you is the link to the portal.
Okay.
It's still up. You just won't find it on my site because it's hidden, but it's still up. So
Okay.
just
Yeah. I'm like, am I going crazy or did she move something?
I just assumed nobody used it. So I took it down. And then
that's the only way I knew how to get in.
Isn't that so funny? Well, that makes me feel better. We actually used it. There got to be a point when I was advertising the classes, I just started sending out the Zoom link in every newsletter because I was trying to get people to go to the portal it was just too many extra steps. So I was like, well, nobody is using this. I'll figure, Anyway, sorry, you have it now. I sent it across the thread, and I'll even email it to you so you have it.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice, Paul. It's a little gray. You want to go a little bit bluer, right?
For this?
Yes. So use it a little bit. So go a little bit bluer.
For the next one, yeah, for the next
layer in all the other colors that you're laying out. I'm saying go a little bluer. You want more blue. That's a beautiful gray that you've mixed, but really what we want is just kind of a slightly neutralized blue. So more blue in your mix.
Darks, huh?
Instead of, you still are using a little bit of burnt sienna, but really it's more blue.
No, this is
blue. It's a blue painting.
This is okay. Oh yeah, sure.
It's a blue painting. You're right. You've already done the black and white. This is blue.
Okay, I'll try to see what I can do.
Mix more. When you're mixing, it's different when you're mixing burnt sienna and ultramarine blue for gray. There is a gray. That's gray. But when you're mixing for blue, you're going to use more blue and less. I'm adding more blue in.
Well, no, this is for the darks, but yeah.
Yeah, but the darks are still blue, hun.
Okay.
See the difference? The darks are still blue. Both of these have burnt sienna in them, but one's more blue and one is gray. The darks still have blue in them. The whole painting is really blue. So let a little bit more of the blue show up in all the layers. Not so much gray. Hi, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. You gonna come up and say hi to everybody? Come on. Meow. Ooh, here he is. Here he is, Mr. Meow. Are you gonna stay? Oh, hi. Oh, hi. There's my.
Hi, cutie.
He's like, ah. I'm sorry, buddy. He's like, nope, not having it. Not today. Not having it. I'm going to go sit over here. This is what he's doing. I'll show you. Meow. It's like, I'm hungry. Hanging out. I'm walking out. Bye.
Oh, I'm going to send you something absolutely super cute. I just remember I'm going to do.
What you got?
Oh, you're going to see it. It is the cutest.
Lisa, are you still working or are you kind of finishing?
I think I'm done.
All right. Oh, there you go. That's looking good, honey. That's looking great. All right. I'm going to remove the spotlight. I want to see where you all are. Hold them up.
Okay, here comes.
Hold on.
Lisa, that's looking. Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, nice.
I hope my moves are up.
Oh, these look badass.
Diana, is that a goat?
Yeah, it's a baby girl.
Oh,
It's
wow.
1.5 week old.
You guys, these are great. These are terrific. So just keep working on them. They're fantastic. Now you have a little assignment you can keep going on. Oh, I love the pink and green. There we go. Now that's
I'm gonna send a picture of the other baby goat.
Okay, thank you so much.
Great
Diana,
work, you guys. Wonderful.
Diana, I'll give you a call.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
May I first send you another baby?
Yes.